Prabjit Kaur and this is Ramandeep Kaur and this is Beetwinder. So today we are going to present our final evaluation. So first I'm going to start with the learning environment. The learning environment could be where the children with the age group of 3-year-olds will engage in the activities like sensory activity, in which they will play with ice and water, and they will learn and explore the properties of this activity. So according to the QBEC education program, this activity ties with the development of both the cognitive and motor skills of the children, as they will encourage children to experiment with different materials and observe the changes in the materials.
Now I'm going to describe that how we would analyze the learning situation of the children. So as an educator, we would consider specific points like problem solving skills and how children interact with each other, like in ice and water activity, and we would also observe that how they communicate with others, and it helps us to understand their learning process.
Several external factors could influence children's behavior, like firstly physical environment. In physical environment, like in a noisy place, the children cannot concentrate on their work, and the noisy environment will distract them. And also when they are hungry and they are not able to set their goal, and also they are when they are tired, on that situation they will not focus or engage properly. And also the next one is the children behavior could also be influenced. It could be influenced by the group interaction, like if they want to participate in the competitions, and also if they want to do some work with the cooperation, so that kind of things will influence their behavior.
So while recognizing the role of child and the educator in this, we will consider Reggio Emilia approach, and the first one is Reggio Emilia and the second one is Montessori. So in Reggio Emilia approach, as we know that the child views as the competent, curious and active learners, the role of child educator here is to become facilitator and the guider, so they can create an environment which is rich in the resources, in the questions, and which encourage child to explore and express their understanding through various things such as drawing, talking and acting. And the second one is Montessori. So as we know that in Montessori, they see the child as naturally eager to learn with the teacher as who become guide and provide structured environment with the hands-on activities and learning materials. The teacher here is responsible to prepare the child for the environment and giving the roles and tools they need to become independent learners. So in both these approaches, the child is seen as an active learner, and educator here is to become facilitator, which will help the children to support their things and their activities.
So as we know about the Reggio Emilia approach, this approach is heavily centered on the environment as a third teacher, which usually focuses on the collaboration and the communication. In this approach, we would also create an environment filled with sensory materials, which helps to engage children in hands-on activities. So if I talk about Montessori method, we would use materials which usually focuses on the children's independence, like sensory materials, which helps children to engage with each other in real life experiences and hands-on activities.
To access the effects of pedagogy, we are observed how children engage with material. Montessori, we would access the ability to communicate their ideas and demonstrate their various mediums such as drawing and verbal expressions. But in Montessori, we would observe children's independence, focus, and ability to work with the material by their own.
So in case of selecting the quality approach, it should support the child's child's holistic development in both social and emotional. So if we select the quality approach, it should be flexible, child-centered, and it should encourage the active learning. So in the both Reggio Emilia and Montessori approach, they respect the child's individual needs, their pace, their interest, which are qualities we would prioritize in choosing this approach.
Now I will define the strategies related to the pedagogical method which we can apply in the daycare for children. Like in Reggio Emilia approach, we would provide open-ended materials during we would set up rich learning environments. Like during ice and water activity, we might ask certain questions like if what happen if we heat the ice. In case of Montessori method, we would offer hands-on activities that promote independence. Like we would provide hands-on materials that children can manipulate and explore.
Now I will explain how to consider the learning situations characteristics. Like in case of water and ice activity, the learning environment to be set up with the clear instructions and materials which encourage sensory exploration. These strategies would include tools like to measure the temperature, for example thermometer, offering different textures to compare.
Appropriate menu for meals and snacks for children, which considers their age as well as their nutritional needs. So I will go with the first. So for the Monday, I have selected for snack with milk and bread, and in case of lunch there would be vegetables with brown rice, and again with snacks it would be apple fruit, and on Tuesday there would be fruit yogurt, and for the lunch there would be vegetable soup which will be given or served with milk, and in the snack there would be mixed fruit. For the Wednesday menu would be in the snack it would be oat milk and fresh fruits, and for lunch there would be vegetable salad with the different vegetables. In the snack there would be whole grain banana bread, and in case of Thursday Thursday group there would be scrambled eggs, and for the lunch there would be mashed sweet potatoes, and again in the snacks it would be rice cakes with the cream cheese, and in the Friday there would be orange veggies. For the lunch there would be veggie pizza for the children, because as you know that they like the pizza so much, so there would be a veggie pizza, and for the snacks there would be whole grain crackers. And in the Saturday the snacks would be banana cookies. For the lunch there would be a pineapple chunks with, and snacks there would be a carrot sticks. On the Sunday there would be apple slices which will be given to the children, and for the lunch there would be a steamed broccoli and carrots with milk, and in the snack there would be a yogurt and blueberries. So this is the menu which we have created for the children, which also consider their nutritional needs.
Like we would ensure each meal contains food from 5 food groups like fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins and dairy. For example, a balanced lunch include mashed sweet potatoes and veggie soup, etc.
When introducing new foods to a group of 18 months old, then firstly we would like to offer familiar food like familiar flavors, and along with this we will include new flavors and textures. So firstly we might start by adding a new food like if they like fruits like apple, banana, then we will add mashed avocado to their flavors. The goal to introduce a variety of food in small manageable portion and in a non-pressuring way.
So for the observance of the special diet, we will communicate closely with the parents to know the specific needs of the child and if they have any particular food allergy or intolerance. Moreover, we will also keep a clear record of the observation of the child, that the food served to the child is good and safe, because as I already mentioned that if there are particular children they have the allergies. So by keeping a record of the children, we will keep ensure that the food served to them is not allergic.
And to avoid the allergenic reactions to the children, we would also use to create a list of allergenic foods like peanuts and eggs, and to ensure that the food labels are checked carefully on the daily basis. And moreover, we also make sure that staff are well trained to recognize the signs of reactions for the children.
Moving to the proper writing of menu, the menu would be written clearly and posted for parents with all the ingredients listed, especially for the allergens. We would update the menu regularly and ensure that it is sent home to parents, and so they are fully and informed about what their children eat.
So for the hygiene rules for handling food, firstly we would ensure that all the rules are being followed by making sure that the staff is following the rules like washing their hands before handling food and clean the surfaces regularly. Additionally, food would be stored properly and preparation areas are being sanitized and before and after use to prevent the contamination, as we know that nowadays there are a lot of germs.
So if moving ahead to the safety rules for food preparation, as we all know that food safety is the most critical part of food preparation task, and the aspect of preparation must always be ensured that the public health is always safe from foodborne illnesses. Like there are 4 food safety rules, like serve hot food and clean and sanitize food, contact surfaces before use and after use, like keep hot food hot and cold food cold, and clean storage area separate.
Food storage rules for home daycare. Firstly, we need to for the general storage, we need to keep the storage area neat, clean, dry and pest free. Then label the food items like in the container with name and dates. Separate food from the non-food items like cleaning products. Inspect regularly to check the food storage, stored food for spoilage, damage or expiration date. So the next is cold storage. We need to set the temperature of fridge at 4 degrees Celsius, and also for the freezer we need to set the temperature at minus 18 degrees Celsius or below than that. The next one is we need to take the food in the containers which are leak proof containers, and also if we have the hot food, then we need to set them allow hot food to cool before refrigerating, like almost for the maximum 2 hours, and avoid overloading because that will create a mess in the refrigerator and also in the fridge. So place properly. For example, on the top shelf, we need to keep that food which is ready to eat food, such as dairy product and cooked meals. For the middle shelves, we need to keep the fruits and vegetables on that shelf. Last but not the least, on the bottom shelf, we have to maintain raw material like raw meat and poultry products must be stored in leak-proof containers as well to prevent the cross contamination. So for dry storage materials such as rice, flour, cereal grains, these goods needs to store in cool and dry place, ideally from 10 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius, and also keep the food at least 6 inches away from the floor, like off the floor. So and also we need to use the FIFO method, means first in first out, to use the other older food firstly, then handling perishable food items like fresh meat, soft cheese, and pasta salad promptly after opening, like within the expiry date. For safety checks, use thermometer to ensure correct temperature, and clean appliances properly and check expiry dates as well.
So while respecting the child's family's beliefs and habits about the food, we will ensure that each child's family's rules are respected by having conversations with the families about their food preferences, their traditional food traditions, and their restrictions as well. We will also ensure that these are also reflected in the food offerings and the menus as well. For example, if the child family background is like they don't eat the meat, so we will ensure that this type of thing will being followed in the daycare, that a child will not given the meat because it is their tradition.
Furthermore, I'd like to say that we would provide simple age-appropriate information about food and its benefits to the children. For example, we might say that milk makes our bones strong. It helps to create awareness among children about the food. Along with this, it also helps children to become curious to learn the information about the food.
To ensure that how food is prepared, the first and the foremost thing is to ensure that the hands are properly washed, and the area where we will prepare food is properly clean, neat and clean and hygienic. To cook food thoroughly, the safe internal temperature. Cut food into small sizes, like to avoid the choking, and also to enhance children's interest toward the food, we need to indulge the creativity and also the colorful food like broccoli, carrot, oranges. Like these are colorful foods, so we need to include these. Use the bento style compartment plates in which food is properly separated in the appropriate amount, and also serve food in a appropriate portion according to the age, like how much a child needs the food to avoid overwhelming the child. And also different shapes, like if we prepare a sandwich for the child, then we can give the shape to the sandwich like a heart shape, a flower shape, and for example, if we serve them a vegetable, then we can use, like for example, broccoli as a tree to represent our creativity. And also I think by seeing this, the children will get more attracted toward the food, and they will more interested to eat the food. And also there are a lot of things, like if we add the mashed potatoes and another kind of things like vegetables and fruits, then we can shape them in an interesting way, and we can use the fun ways to enhance their curiosity. So these are the things, like I think we think that we can enhance their curiosity toward the food.
So in order to adopt ergonomic work positions, so firstly we have to ensure a place as a ergonomic work position, like the place is comfortable and adjustable surfaces for the meal prep and the feeding. We will also encourage children to sit at the table right at their height, so that it will be easy for them and it will be comfortable for them to eat peacefully.
So before the mealtime, we would ensure all the necessary items such as utensils and napkins. Additionally, we would also ensure that the food is served at the correct temperature for the safety and the comfort for the children.
Appropriate feeding techniques for young children. As we know that we need to provide them the like a small portion and also a measurable portion for the food. So we need to encourage the children to self feed. If they are not able, then we need to provide them appropriate utensils like plates and cups, and also provide finger food for the toddler to develop motor skills. and also we have to be patient while they are eating. We do not need to pressurize them to that you have to finish your food immediately, because in that situation they will not eat the food, and also if they are not like to eat that food, then we have to change the meal, and we have to give them the different food that they will interested to eat, that to respect their sickness, that what they need and what kind of portion they are going to eat. And also we will encourage this by sitting with them, like if when they are eating, then we need to sit together on the same floor, like that will help them to create a positive environment, to enhance to encourage these appropriate feeding habits.
So for the health and safety measure during the feeding time, firstly I will encourage all the children to wash their hands, because it is also considered as a good habit, so that they will always clean their hands before eating. Secondly, I will also ensure that there is the place is very comfortable, so there is no distraction, so that the children peacefully eat their food. However, I will also notice the signs of choking, so that there is no children who is getting choked by eating food.
So last but not least, we would adopt a calm, patient and encouraging attitude to create a positive mealtime environment. I would also avoid pressurizing children to eat and try new foods, and create a relaxed social atmosphere around meals. So thank you so much. This is the end of our final evolution.